For the latest news and updates on Tibet, subscribe to Yarloon YouTube channel. And don't forget to click the notification bell icon.
Please proceed, sir. Well, good afternoon, and thank you for your visit today and the delegation that you have. Human rights violations is number one issue that being practiced by China against the Tibet region and the people there. All kind of denial of fundamental rights, whether rights to freedom, expressions, to believe, to practice, and also to freedom of movement. But in this course of history, it seems like the stronger China gets, the more the violation is increasing toward that specific region. And that's definitely where the concern is, because that can escalate to more what, God forbid, but more what we see now happening in Ukraine. How do you see the future moving forward based on China getting stronger and getting more aggressive on the world stage, not just in the region, but definitely since Tibet is, on the geography is there. How do you see the future?
I feel there is a lot of insecurity on the part of China. Their belligerence against India, keeping the hotspots going on in Taiwan and South China Sea. I try to analyze the situation, understand the geopolitical and geostrategic issues as much as possible, but I see no other reason for them to do all this apart from keeping Communist Party alive. So if there is no Communist Party, there is no international relations, there is no international trade. We have been talking about China's violations for over so many years, so many decades, but only now the international community is waking up to the reality. So I think it's time for recalibration of your policies to understand that China is not going to be a responsible power, however strong they become. But then there is also this Achilles heel of China, where they feel very, very insecure because they spend more money on internal security than external security. That itself is symbolic of the deep distrust between the rulers and the ruled. So when the Communist Party is threatened, then they are going to definitely do something with India or Taiwan or South China Sea to instill nationalism for the Communist Party to survive.
Diplomatic efforts to explain or to make the awareness better on the world stage among many countries is definitely noticeable. And that's going to also require the leadership, a continuity on the leadership on your side, and that's not a concern. So where do you see that golden time, the golden moment that's going to come? Because it will happen in the course of history, where the opportunity comes for an improvement, could be a historic improvement for the region.
It's very difficult to predict when it's going to happen, but as Buddhists, we believe in impermanence. Just as Westerners say, change is the only constant. But the question is when the change is going to come. So we are watching the situation, and then whenever there's an opportunity, we should be able to seize it, but then we need the support of the international community also, with all the like-minded countries coming together, not just one or two countries supporting.
Well, beside surveillance, which is also a big concern that's happening in the region and inside China too, do you see that some people inside the territory of China on the opposite side of Tibet, do you see that there a sentiment there that they can understand your concern as a region, and they may at some point meet halfway to help you to get a better deal than the one that you have right now?
Within the Chinese leadership also, we know there are the hardliners and the softliners. I think former President Hu Jintao also is now concerned, now realizes that he regrets, we understand that he regrets that they appointed Xi Jinping as his successor, but it's too late. End of the day. But let's see what happens in his third term, because there has to be sharing of bread. Xi Jinping cannot eat all the bread by himself.
Your neighbors to the south, Do you see? Can you explain to us the level of cooperation you're having there?
In India?
Yes.
India has been very kind to us. If it has not been India, we would not be where we are today. So we are very thankful to the government and people of India for their support, and we have a very transparent relationship with India.
And can that go along to Pakistan too?
Pakistan earlier used to have better relations with United States, and thereby when we send our first CIA trainees to be trained in Saigon and Camp Peary and Colorado, we used to send Tibetans from Bangladesh, East Pakistan.
I'm sorry for this round. Ms. Bandayan, you have the floor.